Hey everybody, Corey Peterson with another Kahuna Concepts. Today I want to talk about where do I put my CapX money? You know, when you look at these projects, these 1980s, 70s buildings, those B and C class properties, I want to kind of address what I think is some of the first places that you'll probably want to spend some money, in my opinion, that I see almost most of the time. And number one is really a place that a lot of people in your community are going to spend time on, and that's to upgrade your laundry room. And what I mean by that, listen, most people hate laundry. If you're like me, I despise laundry. It sucks. And so, but it's something that we all have to do. And think about at your community, if they're coming in and the laundry room doesn't feel safe, doesn't feel secure, is not well lit, and then it doesn't feel comfortable. Like in my mind, it should feel like Kirkland's, okay? It should feel like, because this is a woman's area most of the time, right? And let's understand that's normally who's doing laundry. Not always, but a lot of times it's the women. And we want to make it feel like Kirkland's, like it's a place where they can sit and have a place, have some chairs. If you've got a place for cable, run TV and have cable going. Have them something to keep them entertained while they're doing that one thing that most of us dread, which is laundry. Make sure that, if you've got popcorn ceilings, take it off. Do some work to make sure this place looks pristine. But more important than pristine is safe and secure. A couple things we do is we always put a key-coded door lock, mechanical code door lock, right, with a window in it. And then we want a camera pointing right at that window. So we want to know everybody who enters that property, enters the laundry room. And then we always try to get a TV going. And then if we can, we'll try to get a vending machine, right? Have it comfortable to go out and do laundry, right? One of the best places you can ever spend money, your tenants will love you for it. And that means redoing the floors. If you've got busted up machine, make sure all the machines are working, right? There's nothing worse than when you have some crappy ass machines that don't work. Guess what? Your laundry room is an income revenue. It's revenue. Make it rewarding and you'll get a lot more revenue for it, and your tenants will love you for it, right? So that's step number one. Number two is signage. Most people's signage, and I'm not talking about the sign of the property that says, hey, we're, the apartment place. I'm talking about once you pull in and into the community, what are all the signs from there say? Is there a designated sign that says, residents only parking? And is it a really nice, new, pretty sign? Is there signs that lead you to where the office is? Because most people that are coming to your property for the first time, they have no idea where the office is located. And I see this happen all the time, where signage sucks. And listen, your signage just needs to be clear, crisp, visible, and not tired. If it's tired, replace it, right? So signage is it has to do with even your pool area. If you've got an old faded pool area with all the rules and regulations, and it's old and faded and looks like it's been there for 30,000 years, replace it. It's not even a lot of money to replace this stuff. It's actually very, very cheap. Even your door numbers. Maybe your door numbers have been there since 1970s. Maybe it's time to fix it, right? And listen, these are just some of the little things that actually make a big difference in the overall scope of what does my apartment community look and feel like? Is it warm? Is it inviting? Does it feel like it may not be the A property right down the street, but does it feel close? Is it trying to get there, or is it degressing? See, people want properties that are appreciating, that are getting better, and that's what you should be doing at your properties at all times. And then the third one is, again, this happens to be, where just to get people in the door, right? We're just talking about, where do I put some cap money to attract people, okay? Another one is a slurry restripe on your parking lot. A lot of times when you buy these 80s something, 70-old year apartment complexes, the asphalt is gone. It just looks horrible. There is no stripes, or they're faded, or you barely see them. So, and this is something you can do relatively not too expensive. So you can slurry the whole parking lot and then add fresh, brand new stripes. And how attractive does that look when it just makes the apartment, if it was old, it just feels newer. It really just feels newer. And people start having that expectation as they put out and open the door and step that first step. It is now like, this is a little different property. Maybe these people care, right? And then you continue on with your signage, and they get into the laundry room. They're like, wow, this is pretty good. Now you can finish and start putting more CapEx in the units, and that's another segment. But listen, these are the places that I like to really start putting money in. When I first buy a property, I want to attract a new clientele first, right? Just to get them into the door, and then I can start the other pieces of getting them sold on why these units make sense, right? Listen, we love that you guys love these Kahuna Concepts. Stay tuned for more.